You better be careful what you say now.
What's up, family? Welcome to our podcast tonight. Hope everyone's feeling nice and warm.
What's good, lad?
What's up, brothers? How's everyone going?
Suburbs? Yeah, not too bad, thanks, bro.
Seki Tejisa.
Yeah.
Seki Tijisa.
Man. Seki Tejisa. Nah. Hey, tonight's show's been looking pretty awesome tonight. So just before we kick off, without these guys again, we wouldn't be here today. So we'd like to thank our sponsors. All right, that shout out to TGA Construction, also to our brother Laughs of Crucial Flooring, and I'll also shout out to our anonymous sponsor, Mr. McFarlane. Without these guys, we wouldn't have these things we have today. But thanks, boys.
Thank you, fam. Thank you always.
Bro, what a weekend, eh? What a weekend of sports.
I didn't even want to be here, bro. Straight up.
we had to pull in what do you call it, Mossa tonight because weekend's result wasn't the best.
This was terrible.
Flick him a few bags on the side so he can turn up tonight. But now, boys, I think with the weekend gone, before we get into that, should we touch on results today? Oh, sorry, let's get into our ECMs. Let's get into our ECMs, bro.
Yeah, straight into it, eh?
Yeah, let's
straight into it.
Okay, so before we play our first ECM as well, we'd like to have a shout out to our other also that can't make it tonight, Brands. He is holding it down for us with his exams and that. So this week's for real. Last week he was just joking.
Last week his shoulders were sore from carrying us the last few weeks. So he's been...
Shout out also, Brands. Hope you watching
shout
us,
out, Brands. Yeah. So
Damn.
our first ECM.
And this in the memory of the late Sean Wainui. A great mark of respect from Bundyaki and Island.
Man, how good was that, eh?
There was so if you don't know much about this and you're tuning in for the first time, tonight in New Zealand, the Maori All Blacks took on Ireland, and that first part was just a haka. As you all know, haka is quite it's traditional here, and it's just like a war dance to the opponents. But in saying that, that last part the first part where Bundy Aki placed a jersey on behalf of Sean Wainui, who lost, passed away last year. Was it last year or earlier this year?
Yeah.
So I can't remember the date, but that was that but that was pretty good. Seeing his partner and his kids accept that on behalf of him. Yeah. So that was our ECM for the week. We had plenty more, but I think it was quite touching. It happened today, so we used that. Now let's get on to, I think, the scoreline for that one tonight. Do you have that score? I think it was
32-17 to the Maori All Blacks.
Was that full time also, or is it still going?
Yeah, no, that's full time. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well done.
32-17 to the Maori All Blacks. That's pretty good.
And then probably 72-17 to the All Blacks on Saturday, was it?
I think it's going to be a closer one than we think. For me, but because they're playing maybe a third strong team. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
But at the same time, you can't take that away from Bundy, who is the first Pacific Islander to captain an Irish team. So from South Auckland as well. Shout out to his family must be proud as well to see that.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into Origin. So that first Origin game, I didn't watch the 19s. Obviously, it was a whitewash this weekend with Origin. But the game we did watch, or caught some highlights, was the women's game. I don't know who were your standouts for New South. You got player of the Bella something. No, well, she was a centre. I can't recall her name, but she player of the match, and in fact she carved up that night. Close game, but I reckon they should. There've been talks about. Oh yeah, Tiana. Oh Tiana. Oh not Tiana Piratani, who is also a good friend of the show. Now was the other though? I think I don't want to use colours, but the Pakia one on the other side. But Tiana played well, don't we? First name basis. Tiana Pinatani played really well. Standouts for in the Maroons. I think they're.
Right. Nah, he was standout at the Bang game, the ref. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, well, we obviously went down in that game. It was a good game, but I reckon they should have 3 matches as well because one.
Yeah.
It's not as professional bringing that into it, but yeah.
I think it's a whole different podcast talking about like female rugby league in it, but
yeah, sweet. So Friday, the weekend started off with the Kiwis, the rep round, and there obviously wasn't any NRL or Super, but it was an enjoyable one too to watch. The Kiwi ladies kicked off first here in Mount Smart, sold out crowd, the Sea of Red, or Red Sea, whichever you like.
But Red Sea was on, man.
They're always on, man. They're on. They're on at the stadium, they're on at Urahu, and they're on back in Tonga. So that's what, bro. The Tongan fans are they're on, bro, everywhere. So no matter where they are, they just support
Yeah.
like Hati
just
to the fullest as well. So good on them.
Just trying to check the scoreline for that one, but it was but in saying that the scoreline, the Kiwi Ferns versus the MMT women, it was like a good match. Obviously, the Kiwis ran away with it, but there were some standout performances from the ladies, from the MMT ladies. Like, they put in everything. You're not going to expect much from a team of they're not all filled with NRLW players.
Yeah,
But by their performance that weekend or on Saturday, you could see
he
that
done
some
well,
of them
like
are. Yeah,
he done
you can
well.
see that some of them, I'm sure, will get the call up to some of these teams, NRLW teams, because bro, they're like the fullback. I'm not too sure. The fullback is the captain. Bro, she was a beast, man.
Especially when with the NRLW, like the expansion next year with more teams.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
The lower
It's paving the way for a woman there.
yeah, for like the other women's that haven't cracked it yet. Probably have a good chance, like in the international stage, to get a contract.
Shout out to the boss there, the boss man, Mr.
Oh, bro.
Anthony, is it?
Oh,
Is
so
it?
Subbles.
Yep.
Oh.
So come through if you got any questions or just want to jump on the chat and comment. But Ralph,
Let us know your
Ralph
thoughts of the
Anthony,
weekend.
the hacker was fire. What's that?
Present New South Wales under 19s. Is that the girl that had that 100 and something meter runaway from the?
Oh, yeah.
Man, she was fire,
she was
right?
quick.
She was gone, man.
And then we have Carlos Sionetali. Never mind that team, Tiz. Shout out to the cars, TJ Tuiti, Renee Pinatani. Can you ask Tiana to join the boys next year? We already put out a shout out, call out to Tiana Pinatani maybe 5 years ago before we even thought about this podcast. Nah.
When she watches the show, she likes our stuff, eh?
Yeah,
probably or not. Yeah, so
yeah. So that women's team, the women's game is pretty good. I enjoyed that, and you can't take anything away from that MMT team, women's team, because they had a few players that were they were solid, man. Like defense wise, patches, but yeah, they're pretty good. Then on to the Kiwi boys and MMT. Shit. Very good game. Who were you guys' standouts?
Wow. After you, boss.
man, I don't know. I think the Kiwis probably for me was in the house is Jerome Hughes, good old Hughesy, and Tapini. They just look mean, bro. That was like a decent looking Kiwis team. Not a decent. That's been probably the best Kiwis team I've seen in a while. Yeah, in a while. Especially with with that spine. With Tonga, they just need probably a half that they can direct it. A half and a hooker.
Yeah.
Bro, no doubt, like their backs and forwards are sussed. I think they just got outplayed against the Kiwis, especially against you got premiership forwards there at the Kiwis, man, like Richard Harris, the Bromwich brothers, Tapini, who he looks like he's getting better and better at Canberra, and man, probably Hughes. Hughes for me.
Yeah, I thought for Kiwis was Fisher Harris and Joey Manu. Joey Manu showed his price tag on the national stage, man.
My bad. Yeah, Joey Manu as well. Sorry.
Yeah, it says he got 300
all good at night. after being benched majority of the season. Yeah, that's a pretty
saw,
tricky one, man. With sorry,
I saw Joey Manu's stats. Was it 390 something meters? That was just after the game, and then I think NRL fixed that up, being 404
400,
meters. Yeah, fire up.
got the you guys got
That's
the record.
what do you call it? Yeah, the centre for the Roosters, international fullback. So for Tonga, I guess, man, they had all the freaking firepower. Just no shooters. Probably had a quite even forward pack.
Yeah.
Individually. Yeah. But like you
it
said,
was a game.
Yeah,
it was a game of the halves and the spine, and
Yeah.
like you guys said, that the spine we have now, it's probably, we could contest with the big dogs, big dog, Australia, with Brown there, Hughes. Although, although what do you call it? Cheese had a good game. I think we still need a hooker that can come on and finish the job, or having a hooker that can start and don't take anything away from the Cheese, but the hooker. We need a second hooker that can come on and bring the same energy, or if not more, because Cheese he's a beast, and maybe he'll get better with time before this World Cup end of the year. But just this is my thoughts only. But yeah, I think we need another hooker. But again, going off what you said, Mana, about the fullback, our Cook cousin. He's 400 plus, and they weren't just like, to do it against a Tongan team that's pretty good. Yeah, it's not easy to get that against any team, but let alone doing it against a Tongan team, and he just peels everywhere, man. He was playing everywhere, and then you have Rapana, not staying on his wing. He was roaming for the ball too. So if I'm just gonna, it's not the best reference, but if you go back to last year's Origin second game, Turbo and Tedesco, Turbo was just sitting on the. He wasn't sitting on the wing. He was just roaming. But he was always there to do his job on his edge.
Yeah.
But he was everywhere chasing the ball. But he was kind of similar. Rapana was kind of similar, but good to see that Rapana kept his aggression. He wasn't, getting angry at little thing, at the niggly stuff, or like he is doing with the Raiders. He stuck to his job. But bro, James Fisher Harris, a friend of the show, shout out to James. Unbelievable, man.
He's got a motor,
Shit, bro.
I think there's Kiwis, within James Fisher Harris, Papali'i, to Pine, bro, that's like one of the top three forwards in the row at the moment.
I think he's up there by being top two. He's always on those VB hard-working highlights, like always cracking it, like being number one.
And then you have your Mr. Consistent Bromwich, just does his own stuff, just goes forward, does all the basic stuff, right? Yeah.
And then off the bench, they bring up another Melbourne dude. Was it Nelson?
Yeah. Man.
Another Melbourne.
Yeah.
Tonga's not far off, bro. They still got mean as players. They got all the muscle, but just missing their. To me, just those key players in the key spine positions.
Yeah,
but they're mean though. They're solid.
And so Talatau Amon, plays for the Dragons. He's our starting the 6. But in that game, like he needed to step up and do play more of a
Like
more
direct or-
attacking, more direct.
Yeah.
Kicking game should have been on because they got the goat forward, and then it came to finish the set. Like, when you don't have a good kick, it's not good for your forwards, and you're just gonna get pounded by a team. And we all seen that with the Dragons, and he doesn't really kick for us. So by us, I mean the Dragon doesn't really kick for the Dragons. It's normally Hunt, but yeah. That all comes with experience, and hopefully by the end of the year, and I'm sure it'll come for them. They'll be a lot better for. Bro, I'm looking forward to this World Cup, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
hard out.
Probably the best in the world, I reckon.
Let's see, like who pledges, for Cooks,
Yeah.
for Sa.
Yeah.
Like obviously with the Origin going to be over in about 2 weeks. Obviously, the PIs are going to be pledging more, hopefully. So, it's got a question here from the good old Carlos. Says, who would you like to see in the 9 or 14? Oh, 14, sorry, to back up Cheese.
Who do we have, though, in that question? Who do we have? I mean, Kiwis-wise.
we have the 9 from Titans that came in, but I don't think.
Oh,
it was
that's
on the
right.
bench.
There's Aaron Clark. I
Aaron
think he's
Clark, yeah.
from South as well. Rewa, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Laps knows. Oh, Ralph might know. I think he's from Rewa.
Ralph Anthony.
Yeah, I think he's from Rewa.
He's a great player, but like. We need someone. Yeah, like we need someone on
the same level as
Yeah,
and, Cook and.
I don't think we're ever going to get someone
to
the standard or the level as the Cheese, but we need someone with their work ethic that can tackle, put in a bit of pressure when they do come on, or leave, bring on Aaron. And he's been playing well, but because, at Titans, they're not doing great.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're seeing the best of Aaron
So who could
last
come
year,
in?
end of year.
Marshall King? Can Marshall King would fill that role?
I reckon he can. I reckon Marshall
spell?
King. I reckon he can. I reckon Marshall King will be a better 14 because although he can play hooker, bro, the man is like he can play like an edge kind of role where because he's solid. His defense in the middle is he's solid, man.
He can play the 13.
I wouldn't say skinny, yeah. I wouldn't say skinny, but he can. That's definitely an option, man.
I mean, he's been doing the job for us for the last two weeks. I don't know if that's because he's going to the Dolphins and all of a sudden he wants to come up now. But I don't know, man. I'm not knocking him down. Like he's been doing his job like mean for the last 2 weeks. Hopefully, the third week comes this weekend against Sharks. But yeah, that could be one that fills in the 14 role. Quick 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, Tom. If you're in the chat, man, tell me who you guys reckon can fill that a replacement, or a 9 or 14 role, and just give us your thoughts. Just give us your thoughts.
Yeah, hard, man.
Yeah. That's a great one. That's a great question there. Shout out to
Lossy.
And then we, to wrap up that game, great win from the Kiwis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of convincing game. Not domination, but the game wasn't just like a shellacking like the next game was, but it was great. It was great to see, the first round of Rip Brown and Rip Footy, to see combinations come through and to see, Husey or whatever you call him, whatever his nickname is. He's on a level above every other half out there, and to pair him up at Storm, bro. Shit, man, the halves are coming out now, and you can see that in the Origin.
and then we have a someone that can contest with them. That's not in the Origin is our own, and we have Brown there too. So, he's still coming into his own. He's still learning. Well, he's doing better than most of our Kiwi halves out there. And those two are the clear runners for World Cup. I don't see it changing
unless someone make a return, like probably Sean Johnson.
Oh man, like to be honest, man,
Lance O'Hare. No, I don't do.
Stacey Jones.
And I'm not, I'm not throwing SJ under. I just think he needs to focus on, because he's got 2 more years left. Just focus on playing for the Warriors, man. Like, get back his game. Just put in a bit more. Well, you can't say effort because I think he's putting in his all. It's just mentally he's not there over in Australia. So let's hope this weekend coming, he puts on a performance.
Just quickly staying on that topic, welcome back to the Warriors. I know you fans who tune in to the Latched podcast, some of you are Warriors fans, so I'm sure you're pretty happy to see the boys in a packed out Mount Smart Stadium.
Man.
So
give a round of hands for the give a round of hands.
Game, or he's because even Jazz Tevanga, his interview came out, said that they're gonna straight pump the Tigers. Hopefully it doesn't bite them. He said something along the lines of, we're gonna pump the Tigers in. Hopefully we can give one back. A dub to the fans. So if the Tigers win, that's
but that's all media stuff, eh? I think in-house they'll be saying, let's get one back for themselves. Let's get one back to
for the fans.
It's all for the fans at the end of the day, but for themselves, bro, they need that little push.
They need
extra push for them. Yeah. Then we'll leave that, and then we're on to the Cooks v the Samoa.
Seki,
the tour team.
Seki, did you sell?
Bro, that performance by the tour Samoa team was next level. Although I had them winning. Oh, well, I'll pass it over to you guys because I've got like a whole rant about this. But I'll pass it over to you. What are your guys? Who are your guys' highlights or standout players for that game? And if you have any input to chat, come through. Who your standout players are?
I'll just go by quickly, man. I think Samoa had a good team. Like I said about the Kiwis, we can have more like players from the NRL that can play, the top tier players that can play for Samoa. And these guys, we got the Penrith youngsters out pairing up on the wing. Milford, who just come back to the Knights, just a week or two ago. That guy was looking like he was playing for Canberra Raiders with his kicks in, setting up tries. Nofaluma. Like, it was mean, bro. Francis Molo. Like, seeing all those guys. Josh, Aluyai, plays for Manly. They're pretty good, bro, especially in the first, 20 minutes? When the Cooks were...
Yeah, bro, set the tone, eh? Yeah, set the tone for that game.
But fair play to the Cooks, man. I know they're under muscle and, they're not much players willing to pledge. I'm pretty sure there's a lot. But shout out to those guys who took the field and, took on Samoa, which is like most of them are all NRL players. Probably 95% of them are. And some of them who play Foxy in New Zealand, had to fly over. And
bro, you guys had so many NRL players. Even your what do you call it? Your water boy or whoever they ran on the field, they were playing for the NRL too.
I think Pritchard, it was good to see Pritchard running waters, the old exporter. But
it
was a good game, man. No, I think not one of them was standout. I think most of them.
Team effort, eh?
Team effort, man. Team effort.
The Sal was a solid straight through, right? I think they did go to sleep at patches of the game, and that's when the Cookies snuffed it out and tried to score points. And it was just Cookies, how they scored their points was just sometimes it was just fluke. But For the Cooks, his son Masters, and I think it's his cousin, other Masters. I think those two are all right.
They're on. Yep.
The first try is through the cousin Masters, the winger. Should have just held his own, but this is what it is. But Samoa's just strong. They got the power. They got the halves. You know, they're just going forward. They can't afford to play like what they did against Cookies because you come against the Kiwis, the Tonga, even the Fiji and the PNG. You know,
it'll be different.
Big difference there. Hopefully, going forward, the Cookies for the World Cup, all those big name players, like you said,
I think it will.
Yeah,
I reckon it will.
Man, there's heaps, like the likes of Napa, Peru, and all those guys, you know.
There's so many, bro.
Yeah, just put their hand up, hey, fuck.
That's like, I like what he said. I can't wait for World Cup. Let's see who pledges, and hopefully all those superstars play at the World Cup. So
yeah. But at the moment, what is it? 60-something% of NRL are Polynesians, eh?
Oh wow, that's pretty good, eh?
Yeah, it's about that. Yeah, so this one World Cup should be on, you know, with that much percentage guys
stacked,
playing.
bro.
It should be a good World Cup.
What about you, Tez? What did you think? What was your thoughts on the game?
Bro, what kicked off the game, and you know, rip footy for us is always the haka, right, bro?
Yep.
Like Cook Island's haka was like on, and then bro, Tor Samoa's haka was just like, bro, just lifted it like another 20 levels, bro. It's just you know, it's not your normal Tor Samoa haka, eh? You know, like Taupau leading it, and you know, it just changed the atmosphere changed when you know, everyone got up close and personal. That started it, and then from kickoff, first 20 minutes, the Taupau was just next level, bro. Fuck. Catching you know, he was just any little offload, it was just there, just boom, pass the ball, boom, pass the ball. It's just piss anybody off. It was pissing me off. I was like, somebody just hold him, bro. But obviously you can't. The man is like benching 10 of our players for warm up.
You're going back to get ready for the next tackle, and then
you turn around and you're like, I just made the last 2 tackles, but that was the standard. They said it. But in saying that, like, we scored some tries, and like we did okay considering the players that we had. Yeah, no excuses there. I expected Tor to put on a clinic against us, because at times they, like you said, patches. I think they got white line fever and they just wanted to score, but you know, they forced it. But bro, you could see that any time they got the ball, the kick pressure, shape was good. You could see it. Just couldn't pull it off because I think people were a bit like, just wanted to, give the extra 5 more % where they didn't need to. It was just like an offload or a pass.
Yeah.
But how about Tango and May, bro? Young fellas like that, bro. They're
linking up for Penrith, linking up for international. They still like in their 21, 22? Yeah, mile of years, like years ahead of football, and they're already cracking it. Reminds me of when we played for Taki Timo, if I said that correctly. And that feeling was so vivid.
Oh, when was this?
One of the that's the loss, talking about one of the field days that we went to play for Taki Timo, and wow, it was a shellacking.
Field day?
Yeah.
Field day. Oh.
We played against I think our last game or fight. I don't know if it was final or not, but we played against Totu. You know all the boys that play for Totu, eh?
Yeah.
Like, giving us crap and everything.
Yeah, so it was a good game. Let's hope the Cookie boys do come at the end of the day. I know most of them want to come back, and the talks of players that didn't want to play because of whatever reason. They
I
got
think one of them,
behind, bro.
there's one of them played for us. The opposite side.
Yeah.
Mono.
Oh,
Francis Mono
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, man. If
Bloody-
you
bloody
sponsor him
bastard.
or Digicel, he'll come to play for you.
Nah, but he's a solid player. He done
Yeah.
his job. He was flying out of line trying to put on the shot, but he didn't get it. But
We'll
not
get you,
that's cool.
Francis. We're gonna get you.
And then the next game was the PNG v Fiji. Batsy.
Man, what a game that was.
It's
It
just-
feel well for Mead, you know. This is his last international cap for David
What is
Mead.
that? Like, what is that? Is he like retiring?
I think he's
age or
pretty old, eh? Yeah.
Bro, that guy was
Yeah.
one of the fastest best wingers for Titans. Him and the other guy,
Yeah.
Flash Gordon, back in those days.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Shout out to me. Good international career.
And
they-
I think the same story with Fiji. They didn't have a 6 and a 7.
Yeah.
It was all
They had
over the place.
Muscle,
They had everything else, like it was fucking stacked. But other than that, they're 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Nguama, who plays outside back,
Yeah.
some of his kicks were like, out the gate, bro. It was like, nah. But like,
Yeah,
I see where they were getting at. They're trying to get him the ball more, and so he can attack. But when it came to the kicking part, it was put down the kicks, buddy. Run it.
It's so different. Like you don't expect it because Justin Orlam was setting up tries for PNG.
Yeah.
And he hardly
Bro,
does
yeah,
that
he
for Melbourne.
does some funny ass.
He done like kicks
His-
and chase, like kick and chase, and
Experience,
someone was
eh?
chasing. Yeah, but in Melbourne, he just, he's in the centers. He just catches and pass. Or, well,
Yeah.
PNG, he was just like trying to be Munster. He was all doing Munster stuff.
Yeah, and then
Knuckle.
think we get into the main reason why we're on here tonight. No, jokes. But before that, let's give a huge round of hands to our sponsor. Please call the team TJ Construction. Crucial flooring. Remember to call the number. Crucial Flooring, our mate Anthony Ralph. 021557509. Shout out to TJA Construction and Crucial Flooring. Again, we like to always plug them in because they're helping us, they're helping you, so we can bring this to you guys, bring this beautiful podcast, and without their support, it'll be more budget. So thank you to the team. And also Matty McFarland. But just earlier we played Sky Sport, and we don't own the rights to their video. We forgot to mention. We're always getting flagged by Sky Sports NRL. So we're quite close at the moment because we're always sending in our appeal to take off the copyright. Take it off. Yeah. So.
Wow.
So we don't own any recordings that is shared on tonight's episode, and when we don't own it. Shout out to the team, and then we'll get straight into Origin Game 2 played in Perth. What a game! Well, let's go with you, New South Wales.
Oh, no, humble as always, guys.
Oh, shut up. You ran humbled in the chat, brother.
Hey,
What's
hey,
all this nonsense you're
boys,
saying? What's all this nonsense you're saying now, bro?
Hey, I'm humble, boys. Yeah? Nah,
You're humble
Hambolo.
now, and then in the chat you're Brad Fittler. You're just all like sly digs.
hey, man, just relax. It's just a game.
It's not, man.
Nah, 44-12. That was like these are try scorers there.
Who was your standout player? Like players, or choose one so we don't have to take up this whole show.
Hey, can I
Because you look
choose
at all the
two?
try score.
I'll choose two. You like the second one. The first one is Cleary. He big game from the first game, the first State of O game that he had was a shocker. But nah, he freaking redeemed himself. He played awesome. Actually played at the line. But yeah, set up a couple of tries, scored a couple of tries, a couple of meat pies himself. And second game, we would like to thank this fella. I'll give his box to him after the next series. Will be the ref. Thank you, ref. Well, these decision making he did help turn the game. But on the other hand, just don't hold us down in the try line again, eh, Queensland?
Make the podcast 44 minutes and 12 seconds, please, guys.
But no, that was good game from the Blues all around. 44-12. Fuck. I'm looking forward for this last game, man. Changes I'll do for the half for the Blues, probably maybe just a one. Maybe just get what's his name? Talakai on earlier. Just get him involved and that'll be it. Everything else will be sicky.
Did you sell? And for you, Moss, standout players, we're on the fence tonight. You can mention some Blues players, but go ahead, buddy. The floor is now
It was
yours.
what's it called? It was all their team, man. What was it? Cleary, obviously. Couple of try assists. Got a double. Their back three. Their back three set the tone for their forwards, bro. And their go forward and their bombs. They ran for almost. Their back three ran for almost like triple L forwards. Or like triple L back three. And that just gives their forwards, bro, enough time to probably rest and then fresh on defense, I guess, when they kick and chase.
Yeah.
But nah, bro, it was ugly. The first half was good. When we scored, we're up by 6 or 4, and then just all crashing down when that guy just started holding Junior Bolo down for I don't know,
2 hours.
Just hold him down for 2 hours when Ashley Klein was screaming in his ear like, "Get off!" Like, oh, bro, get sent off. Game changer. 8 minutes to come back onto the second half, but it was already. You could just see it, bro. Our forwards were tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we just had no
What you guys thinking about that call?
What call
was that? A 10 in the bin? Was that 10 in the bin, you reckon?
Nah, it's not a sin bin, bro. That's not.
Be honest. Like, no one's watching.
Yeah, I know everyone's watching, but it's not a sin bin. The first penalty was an escort, right? There was an escort from Valentine Holmes. That's not a ruck penalty.
Yeah,
second one
but
was
that's
offside.
on the try line, eh? Still.
Yeah, but it's
no. That was
it
was leading up to it, so it was like it was 3-6 again or something like that, and then the last two, like the last two was the crucial ones because within the 10. Offside, I think it was within the 10 or offside.
Yeah, it was an offside. Yeah, within the.
Within the 10,
so leading up to it, they're all there are a significant amount of penalties which shouldn't have. All penalties are different, but if you're the ref, they should have given a warning first. That's my
You
take
should
on
give
it.
a
Like,
warning. No, you
give a
should give a
warning,
warning.
but yes, if he gave the warning and we done it again, then yeah, then send them off. But I think should have he shouldn't have done like it was a clear send off for me. He shouldn't have done it because Freddie was in his ear from game one about ruck cleaning up the ruck, getting held
Yeah.
down. So obviously, who was in his ear during the game? I think it was Cleary. Oh no, Tedesco. Tedesco was in his ear from the get go. What's happening with this is a penalty. So
Mm.
the man was gonna send them off, bro, without even going to a warning. And you can say that was a game changer for us because we were in it to win it for the first half, and then second half we just did a Raiders. The first 20 minutes or 10 minutes was crucial for us, and we had 13 players or 12 players on the field in an Origin, which Origin is the pinnacle of any league game. It's bigger than what do you call it? International.
Yeah.
So the gameplay is so fast. Yeah, we just that was it. That was my.
Yeah.
We tired, fatigued.
I think
We didn't run
in-
for as many meters as we did the first game.
also,
Yeah.
like in Origin, I think there's always a leeway with penalties, like with
Yeah.
refs. They don't want to
It's not as
start the
soft,
game as
eh?
much.
It's not as soft, yeah. Like
So
everything.
that's why it's ultra fast. Like you can just
Yeah,
see it.
because Rip Brown like Origin is there's only one ref at the moment. When they come from club games, there's two refs there, and they're all professionals, so they know exactly what they're doing, holding them down. They train that sort of stuff. It's the little things. Even like I'm a New South Wales Whaler, we were doing stuff as well that they should have been pinged, and I reckon they couldn't be pinged. There's heaps
So
of stuff.
in that game, they were both doing it. They were both holding down players, dragging
Yeah.
players back, and credit to the Penny Panthers for beating us, Queenslanders. But bro, they were doing what they were doing in club footy. Picking up players, driving them back. Bro, that takes a lot of energy out of players that are getting ready to take the ball up. Not only that, just the little things like
Yeah.
apparently it was like the first game it was about maybe under 3 seconds for play of the ball, and in this game 2 for both sides it was like under 4 seconds. And that's just stats I got off some website. Some podcast. But so,
One of
bro,
the,
they were both holding players down. It was just who's going to get away with it more. Knowing
push
from game one, and like again, I'm going back to Freddie. Talking in the ref's ear. Hey, well, putting the ref on blast post match.
Yeah.
That, and it was the same ref again. But credit to New South. But for me, players that stood out to me, and I reckon he should have got player of the match was the hardworking Jake Turbo.
yeah,
Fuck, bro. And there's a few things I see during the game that he done was.
That's why they brought him in. They brought him in to
Bro,
piss us off, like chopping us,
chopping players, bro.
forwards down.
And nobody likes that.
Yeah,
Chopping players, just chopping them
just
down, bro.
brilliant to win us the game, eh?
And I'm going to give you some stats about that too, because 31 tackles made and none missed. None missed. 148 total meters ran, and 61 or let's say 62 post contact meters. So and then someone was, I was watching on a podcast was saying that after the game, Cap Tedesco beelined straight to Jake Travojevic and gave him a beer, and you know that this man done his job, and he's
Yeah.
he basically vorticed that thing down, and
When you see him, he's not like that junior bowler or those guys that's gonna bump or bend the line or anything. He just goes in there, does the dirty work. Well, he does it mean, like
he gives everyone a rest, bro. He gives everyone a rest.
Yeah.
He gives their big boys. See, and then there's another one. I'm going to talk about Jake, and there's another one, and Matty Burden. Bro.
Everyone looks down on him, on their core.
I thought you were gonna say, talk about the other player, though, Ashley Klein.
Matty Burton, bro. Not only his kicks, just the pressure he took off Cleary and Luai.
Didn't we speak about this last week?
Yep.
We're saying that he might get picked, one game he's going to try and do a bomb. And then he did. And the bomb was out of the camera.
His kicking, that kick he does is the best in the game. It's better than anyone. I that's from what I've seen in the game. Someone else that can do this, Cleary, but not as good as bloody Burden, bro. Those are fucking monster. I don't know if he has 6 toes or something, maybe.
Last time I saw a bomb like that was, I don't know if you remember, Lockyer in English used to do that, but they didn't do it like this.
Yeah.
They did it like once in the Blue Moon.
He kicked it from his own half, I think it was 20 meters from, or 10 meters from half. He kicked it into our half, and you just see it floating. And Taulangi is he's not a like someone that's not good at his job.
Yeah,
that's his job for catching the ball and just, bruh. So and then one more player that stood out to me is Api Kurosao.
Game changer.
Kurosao.
Rinaka.
Game changer.
He and that was sort of in how I was thinking the same thing as the commentators, but in that game, he just added a different dynamic to the attack of New South. When you seen who's the one that came off the bench?
Cook.
Cock, yeah. Cock came in, and you can see that just 2 different kind of hookers or game players.
Yeah,
Cook, they're like, yep, it wasn't a game for hookers, I reckon, in that game, but ball distribution and getting the setting up their backline for their wingers to come out.
It's just his legs.
The showing and going, moving his head. When he's Kurosawa's on, he's just when you see hooker look the other way and then pass this way, if you're a fatigued forward or middle forward, or you just look up and you're looking at the way he's facing, and now you have to change your kind of that gives you. And I know it's a professional game and they should be used to, but that doesn't. For anyone out there, it's probably the hardest thing to do is you get tricked by those little 1%ers, eh?
But it's not an excuse. I'm not blaming the ref or anything. I just thought it wasn't a sim, but other than that was just a game changer. We just the second half now, the heads went down, started slipping, sliding everywhere for Cleary.
Yeah,
I think the turning point, like even more turning point, was when Luai scored the try. When it was out of nothing, and he just goosey
ran it.
He just danced through Nanai, and Nanai's not.
Easy feat.
He's having a good year at the Cowboys. He just misses the tackle, and that guy just strolls in. I was like, bro, this is going downhill.
There's a comment here. What do you guys think about this?
He said himself.
You reckon he has a space?
Oh man!
Depending on how Latched plays this weekend, I won't count him out.
Oh, is he named? His name,
He
boys? So his
said
name
himself
concept?
this is the smallest he's been and feeling really fit. Oh,
So
now
I'm assuming he's named.
this is my question to you guys in
Yep.
regards to this. You have Crichton,
Yep.
Whiten,
Yep.
Talakai, and
Burton.
Burton, and then you have the man Mitchell.
Yeah.
Who? So let's say we're gonna put one at 14. Who are your starting centers?
I think Freddie, for me, he's going to go with Burton and Whiten. For some reason, he likes Whiten, bro.
Do you know
Yeah.
why? Like, if I was a coach, I'd go with Whiten too. He never disappoints. Like, yeah, I think last year in I think game one was it game one where he got
Game
fended
one, he
off
got done,
from
from Capo.
Yeah.
but he hardly ever makes that mistake. Plus, he puts in 110% in every tackle, bro. Like, it's hard to play it. Oh, I'm talking like I've played it, but this guy puts in like the tackles are ruthless. Like, it's always
Yeah.
like solid. It's always physical when he's putting in his tackle. So I was like, fuck. I
I
pick
think,
Whiten every day of the week too.
yeah, I think that's, if I was Freddie, I'm going to go with Burton. Obviously, he's going to be the third incognito kicker for game 3. We're all going to know.
Yep. I don't
And
think
Whiten,
he's gonna get rid of Burton because Burton gives that extra
Another
bit of like safety
pick.
safety
Yeah.
net for Luai and Cleary, especially Cleary.
because
Yeah.
Mitchell can do that as well. Eh? He's got a kicking game too. Eh?
Yeah. But
I think
I
with
reckon-
Mitchell,
Whiten and, what's his name?
I'd put him at 14, bro. I'll put him at 14.
You will.
I'd put him there.
So you're
Oh,
dropping
you know, on the bench.
Cook at like
No, sorry.
dropping-
No, I'll put him as like will Talakai playing 17, eh?
Yeah.
I think so. Or will
Yeah, 17.
Talakai won't see in the game time.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
pick Talakai. I'd put Mitchell in there, depending on how his game against Eels this weekend goes. If he puts in a, you know, like the Mitchell we know, that can just, you know, and we know how much one player can lift a team. So he's going back to a Rabbitohs team that's, you know, just got a hiding from the
St. George.
from the red V. But having him back, let's hope. You know, Rabbitohs. If he puts on a performance with Rabbitohs, he's going to put his hand up for contention for this in New South Wales. And no, like another question I'll put to you guys.
Yeah.
Would you for you, sorry, Moss?
Yep.
Would you be more scared to have Mitchell or Talakai on the bench?
Bro, Mitchell. I know Talakai's having a standout season, but that's
Oh.
their centre. He's not a bench player. I know he could come on and probably rip in, but bro,
Yeah.
Mitchell's that guy
He's
can bump
in the
off,
past.
fend
He's
off.
doesn't matter if he's angry or pissed off. In the past, he's done like really well. You know.
Like he's done stuff on the big stage, like
Yeah.
grand finals, Origin, like there's tight games against Roosters in Melbourne. But there's nothing. There's not a knockdown on Talakai. Talakai's a beast player. But I would have Mitchell. I'll be scared of Mitchell more than Talakai. Why are we talking about these guys?
So
bro?
no-
It's pissing me off.
So no place for Crichton, eh? No place for Crichton out there.
Nah.
No place for Talakai. Definitely, Freddie's going to go with Whiten, and
Yeah, I
Burton
think,
will keep
yeah.
his left edge, eh? Left side.
Yep.
Definitely keep that. He. How can you play standoff or in the halves, and then put on a fucking blinder when you come play for New South Wales at centre? We know that he played centre for Penny Panthers, but
Yeah.
you know the whole just it's not a those two roles don't fit with each other. But he made it look easy, bro.
And you got to think, Fittler likes his weird positionings as well. You got Turbo and Latrell Mitchell were fullbacks, naturally fullbacks, and then he makes them centre. Then he brings in Burton, Whiten into centres, but they're 5'8".
Yeah,
So let's just say, bro, a miracle happened, and Nathan Cleary and Luai went down by injury. Those guys just go to 6 and 7. And then probably someone from the bench just goes to the center. They're stacked all over, bro. They got injuries covered, HIA covered, referees covered. They got everything covered.
But now, they come to Brisbane. They haven't won there in 16 years, apparently. The stat.
I think the last time was Andrew John's comeback year, 05.
Yeah.
That guy came back and he went and he took the series to the side in Brisbane and he won. He won New South Wales. And then we started our dynasty after that.
Yeah, so and another thing we from Origin is, who are you going to pick for the Australian team, and who are you going to leave out? That's for the halves. Who are you guys picking? Just quickly before we end.
Luai's not making Kangaroos, hands down. So it's Munster and Cleary.
Yep.
Oh, and where would you put DCE? And if DCE plays
probably in Manly Seals. I'll put
Second one, the water kill.
So if let's say DCE puts on a clinic in Brisbane, his kicking's on, his gameplay's on, and not going for those those stupid what did he do game one? He called for
the most silliest challenges. And we lost the
challenge. Let's say he puts on a clinic. Do you still put Cleary out there in front of him?
Nah. Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, same. He's got to give it to him. He's got to give DCS to give it to Cleary.
Cleary's got the second most points scored in Origin. Like from that game last week. All right. So I feel sorry for DC, bro. He's not seeing that jersey again in the green and gold. But all right, what about us, man? At the Marines, we're sweating on Munster's injury. He's named for Storm this week.
And who's a headlock?
I think
Ponga, yeah. He's not playing this weekend.
He's not playing this week. And then we got Ruben Cotter that we're sweating on to. Bro, he needs all the painkillers to be injected in all the legs to make this game 3. Because you can tell we missed him, in the
yeah.
Shout out to Tino on number 13, but bro, Tino's a prop, bro, hands down. He should be.
Should move him back, Move him back to game one prop.
I reckon he should.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
He should start at prop.
And I think Papali'i needs to put in more minutes.
It's
2 weeks.
Billy. It's Billy doing the rotations. I think he only had 15, 17 minutes. And then he got hooked. And then he came on for the last 10-9. I was like, bro, that guy must be cold, bro.
I don't know what's... Maybe because, game one, bro, the way they used him then was probably the best we could ever get out of Papali'i, bro. He's banging people left, right, and center. But game two was... I know you could see that it was fatigue in all players. So I think Billy had to change his game plan because, bro, players out there were struggling.
Yeah. Well, you can blame Kafusi for that. That was just spot on.
Anyway, we're probably going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about this next week. Because game 3, the decider in Brisbane, in a couple of weeks, right? So, for game 3, who are you guys picking? Oh, sorry, you know who you guys are picking.
Well, it's a decider, man. Everyone's on their own side. So Queensland. I was thinking about Queensland, even though we're from South Auckland.
By how much?
I'm gonna go by 2. Queensland by 2.
Next one,
I'm going to go New South by, like I said last time, 13 plus.
13 plus. The disrespect.
This guy's just
Nah.
been 13 plus all year. It's just pissing me off.
Yeah, 12 and under for me for Queensland. And also this weekend, NRL's back. So
Okay, the Dogs.
up the red V. I don't think we have enough time for that. Let's keep it at 1 hour and 6 minutes. If we keep going, I think we're going to lose the last one viewer. But thank you guys for tuning in for tonight. Again, apologies from Mr. Brands. If he was on here, we'll probably... yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But boys, any last words?
Ah, man. As always, look after yourselves. Thank you for tuning in, watching. Gonna enjoy another weekend of sports. Hopefully your team wins or team loses. I don't care. Go to Dogs. And,
Who the Dogs got?
We got Sharks, so it's gonna be a good test for us.
13 plus Sharks.
For myself, shout out to the South Canterbury rugby team that had their shot at Raspberry.
Close game.
They went down 38-20. Couple of my Temuka boys in there, about 7 of them. So shout out to those boys.
Hard luck, man. Hard luck on to your boys.
And just quickly, a shout out to Mana, who's he's coaching the South Canterbury development, is it?
Development squad, yep.
Yeah,
nice,
man. Good on you, man.
Congrats, brother.
Looking forward to that.
You got flying from Auckland to join the team. Who are you paying now?
The MMT boys, eh?
The E21 boys, who's been carving.
And also, shout out to East Tamaki Rugby Club. As you all know, we're all from South Auckland, and in particular, it's Otara, and we've been growing up around the Otara, East Tamaki area. So East Tamaki Rugby is doing well this year. Standout players.
So, Tez,
you got someone on the step.
I have to put this in there. And a major shout out to TC, Tagaro College.
Oh,
their last weekend efforts, mighty efforts against Auckland Boys Grubber in the first 15
from
rugby.
Botany South.
Right. And that politician who said that we're from Botany, you're a joke, mate. All right. Put some fun.
Okay.
While we're saying it,
5 more minutes on this. What's your take on Mr. Luxon? Apparently, Tangaro area is like in the Botany South election or whatever you call it. But what's your guys' take on it?
Oh, bro. It's ratchet, bro. I reckon Mr. Luxon should come have a drive around here and see what's goody over here. Like, see the real TC over here. Nah, I don't know.
Like, since when, eh? They freaking, when we have shootings, it's Otara itself. Yeah. Same area, but when it's something great, it's Botany South, or it's Flatbush, or whatever. Take us as we are, or leave us alone.
Nah, man. Like when it bloody hell. But it's when it suits them, eh? When it suits them, publicity for Otara itself. That was good win, man. Beating Auckland Boys, bruh.
Yeah, because you used to beat them, when we were at school. No, I'm just saying.
No, I watched that game.
Back then back then it was Botany South. We were in Botany South.
What was that? Ash Moeki that just kicked the I remember that game.
Bro, Ash was kicking it from everywhere. Ash was kicking it from everywhere, man.
That's the sounds of Otara in the background, Rich.
That's the security just checking on the hood. But now, boys,
the low blow from Luxon. We can all agree there, eh?
Yeah.
I think he got a bit of grief, shit from the actual people that live in Otara and what he's doing. But hey, if you're a politician, you don't really care about anybody anyway. Care about your own, you dog. But he was, you know, yeah. Look forward to this weekend. I was back. All Blacks are playing Ireland Saturday, so be sure to report back next week. Over to you, Moss.
Yeah, just like what Tiz said, thank you for you guys for tuning in and always showing love and support to our podcast every Wednesday nights. It's not just the All Blacks playing on this weekend; also the Mighty Wallabies are taking on England. So tune in to that too.
Yeah, and quite a in the Pacific teams and Tonga, Fiji, Samoa, the Manu, and a few of the former Wallabies and AB players are returning for the island. So
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, nice. But before you interrupted me, just please, Wallabies are on. Just back us, boys. But nah.
Is it Wallabies or is it the A side?
Australia A.
I don't know. I think
Australia A.
Yeah, Australia A.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Don't take my word for it. We'll be back to discuss this next Wednesday if it was the A or the number one squad. But yeah, shout out again to our sponsors and everyone tuning in. Like and subscribe us on YouTube. Tune into our Instagram for more videos and some fun stuff, man. And just give us a follow, man. Just come and talk to us, bro. Jesus, being like Luxon around here.
Picking and choosing, is it?
Well, that's us. This
Don't be a Luxon, guys?
My name is Moss. This is Mana, and that's Teza. We're the Latched Podcast. See you next week. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching the Latched Podcast.
One man.
Yeah, you meant to end it.
Into that.
Yeah.